For decades, owning a video game meant holding a physical object. Today, that tangible history is being replaced by lines of binary code. Industry data shows a massive shift in how we acquire software. Reports indicate that digital downloads now account for the vast majority of all full game sales on major platforms, stabilizing at a yearly average of roughly 78%. This graph represents the entirety of video game history. According to the Video Game History Foundation, 87% of all classic games have effectively disappeared from the modern marketplace. This shift to digital distribution has removed the legal and technical safeguards that once ensured these games would remain accessible to future generations. In 2014, Ubisoft released The Crew, a racing game that eventually reached 12 million players. On March 31, 2024, Ubisoft deactivated the authentication servers required for the game to function. Because the game relied on these central servers to validate its assets, the shutdown rendered every physical disc and digital file unplayable. 12 million users were locked out of their software simultaneously. Many of these players had paid $70 for a retail product that the publisher could disable at any moment. Clicking Buy on a digital storefront secures a temporary license to access a service, which the publisher retains the right to terminate. Modern digital rights management is the infrastructure that creates a permanent tether between your game and a corporate server. De Novo Anti-Tamper takes a hardware snapshot of your PC. It's sent to a remote server, returning a temporary activation token. Without it, games won't launch. Publishers now retroactively add 14-day token expirations. If software fails a bi-weekly online handshake, the token expires, blocking access. Without remote servers to issue new tokens, the software on your hard drive remains permanently locked. This transforms every digital game into a service the manufacturer can deactivate from a distance. With physical cartridges, the first sale doctrine guaranteed that once you bought a game, you had the legal right to preserve or resell it. Digital distribution bypasses these protections by defining software as a non-exclusive license. This is enforced through non-negotiable click-wrap agreements consumers must accept to play. The Steam subscriber agreement and most platform ELAs explicitly state the software is licensed, not sold, and that no ownership is transferred. These legal frameworks have been embedded into digital platforms by corporate counsel for over 20 years. Publishers use these dense agreements to remove the traditional property rights associated with media ownership. The shutdown of The Crew led to the formation of Stop Killing Games, a movement advocating for the long-term preservation of digital products. The movement gathered over 1.3 million verified signatures in the European Union, meeting the threshold for a formal legislative debate within the European Commission. A parallel campaign in the United Kingdom successfully triggered parliamentary debates regarding the legality of remote digital obsolescence. In the United States, class action litigation like Cassell v. Ubisoft is currently challenging the marketing practices that describe temporary licenses as purchases. These organized legal and political efforts represent a new phase of consumer advocacy focused on digital property rights. In September 2024, California enacted Assembly Bill 2426, a law designed to bring transparency to digital storefronts. Starting in 2025, sellers of digital goods in California are prohibited from using the terms buy or purchase unless they clearly disclose that the consumer is obtaining a revocable license. Major storefronts like Steam have already updated their checkout processes to include these disclosures, informing users that their access to the software can be revoked. Companies that fail to provide these warnings face civil penalties for misleading advertising. This legislation does not prevent publishers from taking games offline, but it codifies the fact that a digital purchase does not guarantee permanent access.